Hey, Johnny, looking good, buddy, looking good. Good morning, Ruby. Thank you. Just a little farther today. Oh. Thanks, Donnie. I'm always sending Johnny back in the house for one last thing. He's such a good kid. It's 28 out there this morning, but the car's been out of the garage a few minutes. It's reading 48. Still much warmer in the car than out. And we're ready to take off. By the way, Don was able to straighten out the seat belts in the back for me. I don't know why I can't do it, but as long as he can without us having to go to the service center, that's good. All right, I'm running out of pictures. I'm gonna have to load up a few more. But this is a personal favorite of mine. Johnny in front of his very favorite special green Christmas tree. Yep, I really like the way this picture turned out. It's old. It's like 5 or 6 years ago. He was much younger. Well, it did take me an extra minute to get the picture to load this morning, but it's up now. Bye, guys. Remember Dr. Barnes this afternoon? They've continued to add artwork along the fence on this side of the Nash Square. Excuse me, this side of Moore Square. But I'm not sure what all it means. I guess I should go look up some of those words. Just once, I want to come down this road with no other cars and be able to go as fast as I want. Just once. On my agenda today, run into Home Depot to look for a potential Christmas present for someone. Surprisingly, not Dawn, and I can't give out more details because the person might be watching. And then it's back to the house. I promised the kids at Lego League last week, you might remember, that I would get the robot working with that maze. So I'm going to try to take on that task this morning. Hopefully I'll have enough energy and won't get too sleepy in the middle of trying to work on it. Dawn's got a little bit of work to do today too, so yeah, probably try to sync up and do that at the same time he is. This afternoon, over to Dr. Barnes so Joey and I can get our chiropractic adjustment. He is really hurting still. I mean, it's just not better at all. So he's done with school. I think all of his exams on Friday, and depending on what Dr. Barnes says today, yeah, maybe we'll get him into the doctor. But for now, little short, cold shopping trip into Home Depot. That is a lot of poinsettias. Mission accomplished, and I will be very happy to get back inside warm, cozy Ruby. Thank you. So just a couple minutes before I got home and walked in the door, my cats decided to knock over this huge bowl of potpourri I had put out last night in a big, very thin glass container. Kind of looked like a fish bowl with a stem on it, or a huge wine glass. So yeah, Don helped me. We took us a lot of time to clean that up. It was just a disaster in the middle of the kitchen floor. Had potpourri there before. They never messed with it, or at least it never fell. So yeah, had no warning that that was going to be a problem. So it's a little after 11, and I'm gonna try to get the robot working for tomorrow's robotics Lego League meeting at the school. Yeah, I'm really hoping if I apply myself for the next 90 minutes or so, I can get it all sorted out so I can talk intelligently and efficiently with the kids tomorrow, and we can have some fun with this maze. You know, I knew we were gonna spend 2 weeks on it. I just didn't know we were gonna spend 3 weeks on it. So it's all right. You know, in the workplace, things don't always go exactly to schedule or exactly as planned either. And One of the things I'm trying to teach in there besides programming is persistence and problem solving. It's really not about learning to code so much in there as it is learning to be a good problem solver and sticking with problems that you can't fix in the first 15 seconds. You know, today's kids, they are used to this now society, everything really fast paced, and some problems take, you know, more than a day to fix, or more than an hour, or more than 15 minutes. You've really got to stick with it. So hopefully we'll have a good experience here where sticking with it means the desired outcome. I can tell I'm gonna have lots of help with the robot in here. I can't do this part out in the garage because we have that really nice floor out there that has the little circular pattern in it, and I need a smooth surface. The linoleum is good. The garage floor for this would not work so well. So what I did to help me figure out what was wrong is I added in a text block to say hole, top, or bottom, so I understood if I was where I was in my code. Okay, the hole is I found a hole to the right. That's where I am right now. See, hole. Then I took the value of the ultrasonic sensor, fed it into a text block, just put a value of cm and centimeters after it so I'd know what my number was measured in. And then I used the text block to spit that out to the top of the brick display so I could see I'm 6.5 centimeters away, I'm 7.5 centimeters away, back and forth, or whoops, I'm 30 centimeters away, there's a hole to my right. And I also adjusted all of the turn and backup numbers and that kind of thing, but it was really this debugging block of code here that allowed me to figure out what was going on and what I needed to adjust. Without this, I was kind of flying blind. Okay, I'm gonna bend over and start the program, and hope that midnight doesn't move my boxes where I don't want them before the robot comes through. And I'm gonna try to show you the values that are being printed to the screen. The test that I have right now should handle all three switch statements, all three conditions. Okay, it got a little too close there. Okay, so it has made the turn several times, and it's missed the turn a little bit a couple times too. But I think it's doing it a fair bit now. It needs a little more time to oscillate here. It's coming up on that box pretty quick. About 3 feet would be better. And then the wires are a little close on that turn. But it did okay. So it did exactly what it was supposed to do there. So I had left some of my pieces of wood at the school because it was just too much work carting the wood back and forth. So we should be able to have a little bit bigger maze tomorrow. It works best if the wood pieces are all at least 3 or 4 feet long. It gives the robot and that little wiggle a chance to straighten itself out better. The more straight it is when it hits the wall, the more precise the 90-degree turn is. The more precise the turn, the more easy it is for the ultrasonic sensor to pick up following the wall to the right again. But it's working pretty good now. Certainly something I can share with the boys that I think they'll be happy about. Some of us get to pile up for an afternoon nap. Others of us, well, it's time to go pick up the boys from school. You guys know I love this car, but I gotta keep it real. So if I got a little tiny issue, then I gotta tell you, right? So I know I've kind of griped before about navigation in the car, but I'm gonna gripe again a little bit. So Johnny's got a birthday party to go to Saturday morning in Smithfield. Yeah, that's a little ways away from here, but there's outlet malls nearby, so I think I can make it work. So the car wants me to drive north from Fuquay up to Garner and then get on 40. I guess it really wants me on that little bit of the interstate, and then 70 over to Smithfield. All right, 43 miles and an hour to get there. So I put it up on my phone, and my phone says 48 minutes, 35 miles, and it's going to route me 42 to 70 over to Smithfield, or I can take 55 and then 210 over, which is probably what I would do because that's a really nice scenic route and not a lot of stoplights, and it'll avoid Fuquay traffic, and there's just reasons why I think that might be better. But yeah, so trying to see how many, 35 miles versus 43 miles, so it's less miles and it's less time. I mean, no one ever that lived in this area would go up to Garner to go down to Smithfield from Fuquay, ever. Like, not happening. So I just don't get it. But once I start out on 42 or whatever, this would reroute, of course, and then I could, use the navigation in. But what happens if you're in a city and you don't know how ridiculous the directions are? Yeah, that's just weird. But I recommend double checking. I'm not a Waze fan. If you like Waze, that's great. I don't really care for it. I just rather bring up Google Maps on my phone and do a sanity check against the car navigation system to make sure there's not too much disparity between the two directions. They had left lane, road closed ahead signs for like miles back there. What are they doing? That doesn't look like a one-day project to me. I'm not going to be very happy. So, picked up the boys at school, drove over here to Dr. Barnes. Joey and I both got adjusted. He came up with a treatment plan for what's going on with Joey, and we're going to go get a second opinion at his suggestion as well. So hopefully we can get Joey some relief, but he definitely saw some stuff on the x-ray that could be causing the amount of pain that Joey's in. So not that we doubted it after 2 weeks, but yeah. So we're going to make our way back across town now. I'm probably going to cheat and take the toll road because this time of day, that's keeps me out of the really narrow traffic on Capitol going back through downtown, or the really congested belt line going back through Cary. So if I take the toll road back, it's going to be a lot less stressful. So Johnny and I are here at the Michaels in Holly Springs, picking out another Christmas gift for someone and enjoying the Christmas decorations. You gotta love end of the day color. That's just gorgeous. Here's Don doing the nightly cleanup. I told him about that person that ran their windshield washers right in front of me coming down the belt line. So he's making Ruby look better. I tried to clean her, but I can't reach the center without the step stool either.
Yeah, well, I could reach the center, but only up.
But not the middle of the roof center. Yeah, and I just flat out, even on the ground, I can't reach in front of the dash cam. But I can reach almost all the way, but not quite.
Yeah, so if you're a Model X owner, you need to get you a little stool.
Yeah. Well, we couldn't reach the roof on my van either.
Yeah, but we didn't ever clean it.
Right. That's true, too. You gotta love end of the day color. That's just gorgeous.